Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today we're exploring a color palette that is really limited. We have got in fact 6 colors plus white, and it's a color palette that feels very natural. This abstract painting, or these 2 segments, I did for my Patreon as a second video of the month. I have a total of 3 every single month, so if you want to check my Patreon out, head over there and become my patron. We have got beautiful textures, we have got layers of colors. So if you wanted to learn all of these techniques and how I use my beloved acrylic paints in different bodies, so it could be a heavy body, it could be an acrylic ink, acrylic marker. If you want to learn anything about it, then you can head over there and join in. So today we're going to explore these colors right here. I'm trying to figure out a way to show you everything in one go. Does that work? Maybe I'll cover myself. Super fun, super fresh, super summery. So without further ado, let's go and swatch our gorgeous little colors. You will need palette swatches as always, which is available on my online shop Aliona Creates. And that is it. Let's go to my desk and let's start swatching. This is the artwork from second video of August on my Patreon, and it is very minimal in terms of color palette, so we have even less colors than we had for this piece right here next to it. And let's have a recap. So we had 10 colors last time, and this time it's actually 7 colors. Is that right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 6, 7. 7 colors means we can go quite big on the swatches. The color palette here is super fresh, super kind of, dare I say, feminine, and it has an element of summertime fun. The colors here remind me of Aperol Spritz and Bubblegum Bikini by Hansa G. Okay, so that's my combo here. Not that I was thinking of it when creating it, but looking at it now, it's super fun. So without further ado, let's get some swatching done. I'm going to use the square strip again, as we did in the previous couple of videos, and I will stamp the 5 and 2 extras. So the way I need to measure it out is to have enough space for 2 and kind of centralize it all at the same time. Easiest thing to do, because it's 5, I could do 5 in the middle and then add 1 on each side. That would be central, or that would be the easiest way to place it in a central manner. Okay, I'm going to stand up for it, and I don't need to be so high up here because we don't have many colors. I'm going to stamp it around here, and then 1 on each side, making sure you wipe off everything else, because there's always a little residual. Now think about the gaps and imitate roughly the same type of gap, and 1 more here at the start of it. Here we go. Okay, these are available on my Aliona Creates online shop, and you can check out this stamp set along with a few others. I haven't been showing my other stamp sets lately, but you can check it all out there. Okay, without further ado, let's get a nice little brush to start swatching with. So I'll tell you what I did for this beautiful bubblegum pink right here. I have used my Ecoline watercolor and mixed it with some heavy body acrylic to create this color. Everything else, all the techniques, all the textures that I have achieved, etc., you can find in the full process video on my Patreon, Aliona Creates. So I'm going to just drop a little drop of this Ecoline liquid watercolor. All it is essentially is just, I didn't wet my brush, is a dye-based watercolor. So it doesn't behave in the same way as a regular color does, but they are fun to use. And once in a while I do gravitate towards them. So I thought I'll pull it out and use it as a tint for my acrylic paint. And then just a regular white. This is Liquitex Titanium White. I'm going to make sure I wash out my brush properly so I don't have any pink tint. The dye can be quite stubborn sometimes. There we go. So you can, mix beautiful different tones of it. But I like the fact that I can create a cool toned pink, which I don't have readily available. And then to finish off with the Liquitex Heavy Body Acrylics, we've got Iridescent Bright Gold. So this one will need 2 swatches because it can get a bit translucent when I have a bit of water in my brush. I like using it straight out of the tube with a tool, mixed media tool, to create that lovely texture and opacity levels. So here we go. And then we can move to acrylic ink. This is Daler-Rowney FW. Beautiful, beautiful color called Orange Flame. Acrylic inks are so intense, and that's what I love about them. They don't dilute into weak colors. If anything, a bit of water brings the color out better, because otherwise they might be just too dark or too intense to appreciate the color. So sometimes I like to add a little drop just on top to intensify the gorgeousness of this color. I'm going to take the moisture out of my brush and just see, it still soaks it up. So. There we go. I'm going to dry these before they sit too long on this paper, because it's not a thick paper. And then we have got 3 acrylic markers left, and I'm thinking of going with the darkest, and that is Burgundy by Molotov. Then let's use Gold by Posca. Using a marker allows me to go into small areas and reflect the gold that's been used in the other parts of the illustration. And a light pink also by Posca. Gorgeous limited color palette of just 7 colors. Well, essentially it's just 6 colors, because we can't really count white as a color. However, it has helped us achieve a similar kind of color to this one for a wash. Okay, so I am going to wait for these to dry, and as always title them and show you close-ups and side by side. Ta-da-da-da! All of the colors are ready and looking gorgeous. You can see how this is truly iridescent and has a much greater reflection play than the gold in the Posca. But when I use it on little areas, it reflects just as beautifully. But for larger areas, this one is more pronounced. So now let's have a quick look at the colors. So we've got Ecoline liquid watercolors in fuchsia, Liquitex heavy body in titanium white and iridescent bright gold. Then we have one acrylic ink, Dalle Rowney, in FW, flame orange is the color. Molotov Burgundy is acrylic marker, and Posca is also acrylic marker in gold and light pink. Essentially, everything apart from the first Ecoline liquid watercolor is acrylic paint of some kind. So we have got heavy body, we have got acrylic ink and acrylic paints in the markers as well. Let's have a quick look at the side by side so you can see the colors together with the artwork, and you can see how beautiful and luscious this reflection is. And I don't know if you can see much of the reflection in the dots. Yeah, you can see. So they do reflect as well, but it's a different effect that we get. And obviously you could, if you wanted to, take a small brush and dip little dots of this paint, but boy oh boy, that would take so much longer and it would be inconsistent. Some dots would be bigger, some smaller. That wouldn't work for me, so that's why I would go always with the gold from the Posca, and I have it in 3 different sizes, so that accommodates the size of the dot that I need to create perfectly. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this swatch video, and if you want to see the entire process to my artwork, whether it's abstract art or I just finished 2 months of girl illustrations on my Patreon, then head over there and check out all of the process videos there. Thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Until then.